Hey, I hope you're good. It's Chris here from 6-String Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're going to be learning how to play Dear Prudence by the Beatles. Okay, so Dear Prudence by the Beatles from their wonderful album, the White Album. This is a terrific song. It's great fun to play. I love the groove of it. Paul McCartney actually played drums on this track, which is quite interesting. It was at the period where Ringo had left very, very shortly. But anyway, it's a great one to play, and it's going to take you from beginner sort of well into intermediate territory here. And the reason why that is because now your thumb has to alternate between the bass strings, and that is difficult if you've not done it before. So this song is number 13 of my top 60 fingerpicking songs to learn. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. There's a link in the description, and we're working our way through learning all of those songs each week. So subscribe if that sounds like something you're interested in. Anyway, let's get on with it and start learning this song. Okay, so in this lesson we're going to be learning how to play the verse, but if you want to get the intro, the outro and the bridge, all the rest of the song, it's all available completely for free on my website. It's all got a guitar tab for it, and this video is on there as well, so you may as well be checking it out on there, so I encourage you, go and check that out. But anyway, the verse, which is that part, that's what we're going to be learning here. Now, I think it's probably best if we separate the bass line and the higher notes and then bring the two together. So if we look at just the bass line, we've got, this is all with your thumb, and that continues round, and on top of that you've got, so we'll learn them separately. We'll learn the bass and then we'll bring in the other notes. So the E, well, first thing, we've down-tuned the low E to D, okay, so make sure that you do that, otherwise it's not going to sound right at all. Other than that, the rest is in standard tuning. So you're always playing the E string and the D string wide open on the bass. Those two notes ring out consistently, and then you get the descending bass line going over that. So with the right hand we're going A string, D string, E string, D string. So get used to that. If you've not done any, skipping on the bass string with the thumb, that's going to be hard on its own. So do practice that. So A, D, E, D, A, D, E, D. And then once you get that, we're going to bring in, hold it down the D chord. So first time it's completely open, so just A, D, E, D, and then use your little finger here. The rest is over the D chord, so make sure you're holding this chord down. Then you've got to kind of bring your little finger around and play the third fret, the note of C on the A string. But then it's the same with the thumb. Okay, so. Then what's going to happen is we're going to change chord to a G major 7/B. So you take your little finger off and then take your first finger and put that on the second fret of the A string, and do the same with the thumb. Okay, so we're holding down the D chord. We haven't brought in these strings yet, and we're bringing in a pinky after we play open. Then the pinky goes on the third fret, and then down to the second fret, and now you're playing an open G, but you won't actually play it yet. And then we just push that down to G major 7/B flat down to the first fret. And again, it's the same with the right hand. Okay, so you got. And that just goes round, so get used to that and get very comfortable with that. That's the first step. Now, let's start bringing in the other notes. So at the same time as we play the A string, holding down the D, we also play the high E string. Okay? And then we go to the D string and then we play the G after that. And the rule is applying here where I'm playing the low notes, E, A and D with my thumb, and then 1, 2 and 3 with first, second and third. So bearing that in mind. So yeah, we play the A and the high E together. D, G, so, and then the low E string. Okay? And then we just play the B and then the D again. So you get really slow. Okay, so before you do any of the chord changes down here, I recommend practicing that pattern round, just holding down a D chord and getting familiar with that. And then you just simply bring in that bass line. So okay. So what's nice is it's the same pattern but just over those chords there. So work hard on getting that pattern and then bring in the chord changes, that descending bass line. Okay? So the pattern once more, A and the high E together, and then D, G, E, B, D. So that repeats, and then coming out of the verse you have this, and then back. So that's not too bad there. So all that happens there is we play the D as normal, and then this is a D/C, so that's perfectly normal. And then we go to a C chord, that's just a regular C chord. And here, the pattern's more or less the same, except instead of playing this low E string here, we'll play the A string. Sorry, I meant the D string. So we play A and E together, D, G, A, B, D. Okay? Ooh. And then this is actually a G chord, but because we've down tuned the E, instead of playing it like this, it means we have to push that up 2 frets, and then you're playing it there. Okay, so then you play the 2 E strings together, D, G, E, B, D. 2 E strings, D, G, E, B, D. Okay, so that's C, G, and then you're back to the verse. Back to the beginning of the verse. So it's quite tricky, but it's great fun to play, and all the strings are ringing wide open. There's no muting going on or anything like that. Okay, so that's how you play the verse to Dear Prudence by the Beatles. As I say, if you want to get the rest of the song, it's just 1 click away. There's a link in the description through to the site, and you can get the whole lot with tab there. So hopefully I'll see you over there. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, leave me a comment if you have any questions at all, and subscribe so you don't miss any of these great songs. If you're interested in taking Skype lessons with me, I'll be more than happy to take you on, and I'd love to really help you out with your playing. So once again, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.